Welcome to all. Myself Sheikh Isaac Sayyed. Today I am going to teach about Special English 3. The topic is types of novel. Welcome to all students. Today we will study about the types of novel. So there are many types of novel in English. It may be a picaresque novel, it may be a historical novel, it may be an anti-novel, it may be a realistic novel, it may be a mystery novel, it may be a gothic novel, it may be a psychological novel or the stream of conscious novel. So today we will first study about a picaresque novel. The picaresque novel is a relate to the adventures of hero in episodic form. The genre gets its name from the Spanish word the picaro or rogue. So these picaresque novel, the word the picaro or the rogue, which comes from the Spanish word which means a player or a character who wanders from one place to another place, that called a picaro or rogue. So there are many examples. So first example is Rudyard Kipling's Kim. The Kim is the orphan son of an Irish soldier of Harsh, a former color surgeon and later an employee of an Indian railway company, and a poor Irish mother, a former nanny in a colonial household, who have both died in poverty, living a vagabond existence in India under British rule in the 19th century. The Kim earned his living by begging and running small errands on the streets of Lahore. He occasionally worked for Mehboob Ali, a Pashtun horse trader, who is one of the native operatives of British Secret Service. Kim is so immersed in local culture that a few realize he is a white child, although he carries a packet of documents from his father entrusted to him by an Indian woman who cared for him. So second example is the Henry Fielding's The History of Tom Jones, a foundling which was written in 1749. So this story is about a childhood experience with a securing family, show a blessed innocence. He is unaware of how his kindness appeals to others and hence get in trouble for it. His time after being banished from Allahabad is a long process of experience that leads to his imprisonment. Throughout this time, his feelings for Sophia changed from affection to love to devotion. He finally learns that he must take responsibilities for his own action, and indeed his kindness early in the novel helped him to save him. And this is the final wisdom for him. So this is the story about the Henry Fielding's The History of Tom Jones. So another example is Mark Twain, The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. The Twain's most famous novel is about the relationship between a young white boy, Huck, and black slave, Jim, as they travel along the Mississippi River. The novel is set in the mid-1800s in the South in a fiction town called St. Petersburg. So during this time, about half of the country was considered free and half still supported slavery. So this is the picaresque novel. So there are three examples: Rudyard Kipling's Kim, Henry Fielding's History of Tom Jones, a foundling, and the Mark Twain's Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. So another type of novel is historical novel. The historical novel is a novel in which characters, setting, and the actions are based on the records of locality, a nation, or a people. So three things are important. The locality, nation, and the people are important in the historical novel. In such a novel, the historical events is more or less actually portrayed with the historical character as it really happens. So there are many examples of historical novels in literature. The historical novel first came to be written in the Romantic Age in England by Sir Walter Scott. His famous novels are Waverley, set in the background of Jacobite revolts, means Jacobean era. So second is Ivanhoe, set in the reign of Richard I, and the Robin Hood figures in it. We have studied about the Robin Hood, we have learned about the Robin Hood, or we have heard a lot about the Robin Hood study, Robin Hood in the novel also. So another example is Thackeray Vanity Fair. So Vanity Fair is a historical novel In that, this satirically examines British society during and after the Napoleonic Wars. The novel subtitled A Novel Without a Hero emphasizes the immoral, deeply flawed nature of its character. Their selfish, manipulative characterization highlight the corruptions and the opportunism at the center of social life in the Victorian England. So another example is Charles Dickens's A Tale of Two Cities. It is a historical novel by Charles Dickens. A plot centers on the years before the French Revolution and ends in the Jacobin reign of terror. It tells the story of two men, Charles Darnley and Sidney Carter, who look similar but they are very different in a personality. So these are the examples. And another example is George Eliot's Romola. He talked about the Romola. And the another example is Charles Kingsley's The Westward Ho. So these are the examples of historical novel. So historical novel, the three things are important: locality, nation, and the people are most important in the historical novel. So example is The Water Sports, Beverly, Everhow, The Thackeray, Vanity Fair, Charles Dickens's A Tale of Two Cities, the George Eliot's Romola, and the Charles Kingsley's The Westward Ho. So another types of novel is epistolary novel. So it deals with the letter. So epistolary fiction is a popular genre where the narrative is told via a series of documents. So in that novel we will learn about the documents and the letters and the diaries also. The word epistolary comes from the Latin word where the epistola. So the epistolary novel comes from the Latin word that is epistola. So epistola means a letter. So whatever we have to write in the form of letter. So letters are the most common basis for epistolary novels, but diary and diaries are also popular. So the both things are important. The letter also important and the diary is also important in the epistolary novels. So there are many examples related to the epistolary novels in a literature, in a novel also. Samuel Richardson's Pamela and the Clarissa. So Pamela, Virtue Rewarded is an epistolary novel by English writer Samuel Richardson, a novel which was published in 1740. Considered the first true English novel, it serves a Richardson's version of conduct literature about the marriage. Pamela tells the story of a 15-year-old, the maidservant and named Pamela Andrews, whose employer, Mr. B. Valley, landowner, makes unwanted and inappropriate advance towards her after the death of his mother. The Pamela strives to reconcile her strong religious training with her desire for approval of her employer in a series of letters, and later in the novel journal entries all the address to her improvised parents. So this is the example of a epistolary novel, the Pamela, which is the first English novel, maybe written in English. So another example is Bram Stoker's Dracula. So it is the most important story. The Dracula is mainly narrated by several narrators who also serves as the novel's main protagonist. Stoker supplemented the story with occasional newspaper clippings to relate events not directly witnessed by the story characters by the formatting his novel in an episodic format. The Stoker enhanced the reading experience, helping this astonishing and accelerating classical story become clearer and seem more believable to the reader. So these are the two examples, and there are many examples. So Alice Walker, The Colored Purple, also written in the form of letter. And the next example is Bridget Jones, The Diary. So all these four examples are epistolary novels. So in all the novels, we can find that the story or the novel written in the form of letter or the diaries. So Samuel Richardson's Pamela, Clarissa, Bram Stoker, Dracula, Alice Walker, The Colored Purple, and the Bridget Jones, The Diary. These are the examples of epistolary novel. So we come to the next example, the types of novel, that is Bildungsroman. It is a German term that indicates a growth. So in that novel, we will learn about the growth of the character, growth of the protagonist, growth of the antagonist, or growth of the any character. This is fictional autobiography, concerns with the development of protagonist's mind, spirit, and the characters from childhood to adulthood. So Bildungsroman is the study, or it is the story of a character from childhood to adulthood. From birth to death. This is the story about birth to death and the childhood to adulthood. So there are many examples in literature. So first example is A Portrait of Artist as a Young Man by James Joyce. It is a story of Stephen Dedalus. A Portrait of Artist as a Young Man is a novel by Irish modernist writer James Joyce. It follows the intellectual, moral and spiritual development of a young Catholic Irishman, Stephen Dedalus, and his struggle against the restriction his culture imposed. The portrait can be placed in the tradition, the Bilderroman, the novel that traces the personal development of the protagonist, usually from the childhood through the adulthood. Joyce contrasts the rebellion and the experimentation of adolescence with the somber influence of Stephen Catholic education. So in the novel, The Portrait of Artist as a Young Man, in the novel, James Joyce portrayed the character of Stephen Dedalus. In that novel, he talked about his childhood to the adulthood or birth to death, how he traveled, how he faced many problems in his life. So another example is Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. So the novel is in a first-person narrative form, the perspective of character. The novel setting is somewhere in the north of England, late in the reign of George III. It goes through the 5 distinct stages: Jane's childhood at Gateshead Hall, where she is emotionally and physically abused by her aunt and the cousins. Her educational at Lostwood School, where she gains friends and the role models but suffers privatization and the oppression. Her time as governess at Thornfield Hall, where she falls in love with the mysterious employer, Edward Fairfax Rochester. Her time in the Moor House, during which her earnest but the cold clergyman cousins to her beloved Rochester. Throughout these sessions, the novel provides the perspective on the number of important social issues and the ideas. So in that novel, Jane Eyre, it talked about a character or her life from birth to adulthood, or how she faced many problems in her life in that house, or her love affairs with that man Rochester. So another example is David Copperfield by Charles Dickens. The novel features the character David Copperfield, and it is written in the first person as a description of his life until the middle age, with his own adventures and the numerous friends and the enemies he meets along in his way. It is the journey of change, growth from the infancy to maturity, as the people enter and they live his life, and he passes through the stage of his development. So this is the story about David Copperfield, how he traveled in his life, or he faces his enemies. So another example is Magic Mountain by Thomas Mann. So these are the example of Bilderroman. So it is the story about the protagonist's childhood to adulthood and the birth to death. So another types of novel is the realistic novel, a fictional attempt to give the effect of realism. This sort of novel is sometimes called a novel of manners. So it is also called the novel of manners. A realistic novel can be characterized by its complex character with mixed motives that are rooted in the social class and operate according to highly developed social structure. The characters in realistic novel interact with the other characters, undergo plausible and the everyday experience. So in that novel we learn about the real life. So whatever happening in our real life, we share our ideas, experience and the emotion to the another character. So there are many examples. So example is 13 Reasons Why by J. Asher. So 13 Reasons Why is a young adult novel written in 2007 by J. Asher. It is the story of a young high school student as she descends into despair brought by betrayal or bullying. The culminating with the suicide, she details the 13 reasons why she was driven to end her life in audio diary which was mailed to the friend 2 weeks after her death. So in that novel, 13 Reasons Why by J. Asher, in that novel we learn about the real life of the character, how she is bullying, how she betrayed by the others, and how she wanted to end her life, or she wanted to suicide by end of her life. So another example is Looking for Alaska by John Green. So Looking for Alaska follows the novel main character and the narrator Miles Highclere, or the coach, on boarding school where he goes to seek the great, perhaps the famous last word of Francis Rabelais. Throughout the first half of the novel, Miles and his friends Chip, the Colonel Martin, Alaska, and Takumi Hikokyoto grow very close, and the section culminates in Alaska State. In the second half of the novel, Miles and his friend work to discover the missing details of the night Alaska's dead. While struggling to reconcile Alaska's death, Miles grapples with the Simon Bolivar, the last word and the meaning of life, leaving the conclusion to this topic unresolved. So, realistic novel is about the emotions, ideas, and experience of ourselves we share to the another people. So, this is, and there are two examples: 13 Reasons Why by J. Asher and The Looking for Alaska by John Green. So, these are the two examples of realistic novel. So, another example is novel is the Gothic novel. The Gothic novel includes the terror, mystery, horror, thriller, supernatural, doom, death, decay, old haunted buildings with the ghost and so on. So Gothic novel are related to the terror, that is it related to the ghost. We can find a ghost in the novel, in the movies, in the play also. So we can find the death of a person who becomes ghost. For example, we can say in a play Hamlet. So Hamlet becomes a ghost in the play Hamlet. So there are many examples. So Mary Shelley's Frankenstein is the example. So the we will learn about the Frankenstein, which is written by Mary Shelley. The major conflict in the Frankenstein revolves around the Victor's inability to understand that his actions have repercussions. Victor focuses solely on his own goals and fails to see how his action might impact on the individuals. The monsters function as the most stark reminder how the victor has failed to take the responsibilities for his action and define the laws of nature. The first sign of the conflict appears when the victor throws himself into his studies at the University of Ingolstadt, neglecting his family and the finance. The conflict depends when having succeeded in discovering the cause of generation and the life. Victor begins obviously the creating a monster. He does not stop to think about what he experienced of that monster might be like, or not he faced by the fact that he ignores his family to pursue his work. He is so obsessed with the ambition that he does not consider anything else. The rising action of the reckless quest to create a life comes to be peak when immediately after the animating the monster, he reacts with the horror and the disgust with the runs from the room. The incident illustrates the conflict between the victor and the moral responsibility. He has been responsible for making the monster and bringing him to life. But when he doesn't like a result, he simply rejects it. So this is the example of the Gothic novel. Another novel is John Williamson's Polydorus, the vampire. So we can learn about the vampire. We have seen the many serials about the vampire, how they become the ghost, how they destruct the life, or how they interfere in the life of the people. So another example is Bram Stoker's Dracula. We have also studied about the Dracula. So it was written in the 1764 during the war. So another example is Castle of Otranto by Horace Walpole. So it is written by the Horace Walpole. It is also about the horror and also talked about the ghost. So all these novels are related to the Gothic novel. In all the novels, in maybe Frankenstein, the vampire, the Dracula, or the Castle of Otranto, in all the novels we have learned about the ghost, death and the mystery and the horror. So another example is that autobiographical novel. So in autobiographical novel, it is a novel based on the life of the author. It is a real life of the author. It is the real experience of the author. So there are many examples. Charles Dickenson's David Copperfield, we have studied earlier. The Great Expectation also, the real life of the Charles Dickinson, David Copperfield. In that novel related to the Charles Dickinson, how David Copperfield faces many problems in his life. So in real life, Charles Dickinson also faced the same life of David Copperfield. So another example is D.H. Lawrence, Sons and Lovers, and the Silver Brass, the Bell Jar, the Ralph Ellison's Invisible Man, the Maya Angelou, why the caged bird sings. In that novel, the Maya Angelou also relates her life, how she faces these segregations, the color discrimination in her life. So she all the portrait her life in that novel. I Know Why the Cage is Bird. The next is Virginia Woolf, The Lighthouse. In that lighthouse, Virginia Woolf portrayed her life in that novel, how she wanted to become a painter, how she wanted to become a lady in her life. So this is the example of autobiographical novel. So another example is the satirical novel. Satirical novel is loosely defined as the art that ridicules a specific topic in order to provide readers into changing their opinion of it by attacking what they see as a human folly. Satirists imply their own opinions on how they think being attacked can be improved. So there are many examples. George Orwell's Animal Farm is satirical novel. In that there are many characters are in animal. So animals are portrayed as a human being. They are just portraying their whatever rebellion. They are talking about the French Revolution. They are talking about the revolutions, how the man are killing themselves for their health or for their wealth. So another example, John Speed, Gullet Travel. Gullet Travel also about this satirical novel. Another example is Joseph Ferrer's Catch-22. Another example is Mark Twain, The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. So satirical novels. Another is allegorical novel. So an allegorical novel is a story with the two levels of meaning, surface meaning and the symbolic meaning. So there are two meanings are there, surface meaning and symbolic meaning are there. The symbolical meaning of allegorical can be political or religious or historical or philosophical. Or surface meaning is a simple meaning. So there are many examples, that is John Bunyan's Pilgrim's Progress, William Golding, The Lord of the Flies, the Edmund Spenser, The Fairy Queen are the example of allegorical. So in the William Golding, The Lord of the Flies, there are two characters, Jack and the Ralph. These are the two characters, how they face their problems in Maroon Island and how Jack became slaves in that portrait. So in that novel, how the boys became so selfish to get power. So another types of novel is regional novel. So regional novel is a genre of fiction that set in a particular area. It describes the feature distinguish the life, social relations, customs, language and dialects or other aspects of the culture of that area and its people. So in a regional novel, in that novel, we talked about the language of the people, culture of the people, customs of the people, dialects of the people and the aspect of the people. So and the area of the people. So there are many examples. So great example, Victorian writers, Thomas Hardy is example, created a setting for his regional novel in the era of Wessex. So Thomas Hardy has created the regional novel, the Wessex, or it is a fictional novel which is created by Thomas Hardy, that is Wessex. So in Wessex has been used by Thomas Hardy in the many novels. It may be used in Mayor of Casterbridge or many novels. Another example is Indian novelist R.K. Narayan has created a setting for his regional novel in the area of Malgudi. So R.K. Narayan has created a fictional or imaginable area, that is Malgudi. So Malgudi has been used by R.K. Narayan in many novels. So Malgudi is a fictional town located in South India in the novel and the short stories of R.K. Narayan. It forms the setting of most Narayan's work, starting with the first novel, Swami and the Friends. All one of his 15 novels and the most of his short stories take place there. Malgudi was of two Bangalore localities, Malleshwaram and the Basava Gudi. So it is used by R.K. Narayan. So another example is English author Thomas Hardy said all the majors novel in the south and the southwest of England. He named the area Wessex after the medieval Anglo-Saxon kingdom that existed in the part of country prior to the unification of England by unifications. Although the places that appears in the novel actually exist in many cases, he gave the place a fiction name. For example, Hardy's hometown of Dorchester is called Casterbridge in his book. Notably, in Mayor of Casterbridge in 1895 refers to the 1874 novel Far from the Madding Crowd. He described the Wessex as merely realistic dream country. So this is the regional novel. It talked about the relation, custom, language, and dialect. So these are the two examples. Thomasadi and the Archinado. So we will stop today here. Thank you very much.